So I've been seeing a lot of debates on, like, across all social media on whether Figma is dead or whether designers are dead. Are they getting replaced? And the short answer is no. I don't think Figma is going anywhere. I don't think designers are going anywhere. But I still feel like everybody wants to address this. I don't want to call it an issue, address this change in the market with designers. So the people saying that Figma is dead, you can just take a look at their website. You can see it's shit. You can see they have never crafted something super elegant. You can see that they've never poured their soul into a project. And they don't care about making things look good. And that's totally fine. If you care about money or if you care about just getting your business out, that's fine. You don't need a designer. Who cares? Go on. Now, if you do care about craft, and spoiler alert, every large company that has sustained over time has cared about the way their product is crafted, the way their product is used. Everybody knows Apple. Everybody knows their attention to detail and design. I know Apple has been facing a lot of backlash lately, but still, I feel like they're like a really good example on what craft and taste is and how they created a culture around it. In that case, you still need designers. In that case, you still need Figma, but I don't think Figma on its own is going to cut it anymore. I think that you as a designer need to learn how to write 2 or 3 lines of code. You need to learn how to code some interactions. You need to learn how to iterate more quickly. I don't think the workflow of iterations happening in Figma and no code at all is going to be very sustainable. Because take a look, whenever you're building a product, you want to know how it feels as soon as possible. You want to see it live as soon as possible so you can iterate further. And what AI is doing here is it's allowing you to iterate more quickly on everything that you put out. And that's huge, right? You can design something, you can have it out, you can click around it, you can fiddle with it and see how it feels. That's the most important thing with design, right? A lot of us, when we design for the first time or when we design a first iteration, it's terrible, it doesn't feel right. But that's where AI steps in. You can port it over, you can play with it, and you can be like, okay, this is working, this is not, let me reiterate. And I think every company is going to want those quicker workflows so you can get to those solutions much quicker. Now, you cannot by any means outsource the design or the craft to AI. I don't think you will be able to do that anytime soon. And even if that happens in the distant future, I think your role is going to shape. So I think I think my main goal as a designer is to just adapt to the changes. I've been semi-technical and I didn't know how to code. I've been learning how to do that a lot lately. I've been using a lot of AI tools, not to replace anything, just to speed up my workflow. And I don't want to rely on AI way too much. I just want it to help me get that advantage over, first of all, over the people that don't use AI. And second of all, I think that you can develop a new way of thinking using AI. Because prior to this, I was looking at designs in isolation. Interactions were something to think about, right? not something that you build out yourself. Then you wait for the developer to build it out, and then it doesn't seem right. Then you gotta have a feedback loop in. It takes weeks to get designs out. Now you can have it out in hours, right? You can have it out yourself, and you can think about iterations. You can iterate over interactions way more quickly. And once it feels right, then you hand it off to the developer instead of waiting for the developer to give you a green light on, hey, it's been completed, check it out. Then you check it out, then it doesn't look right. Then you have another feedback loop, and then you're waiting for another week for it to get deployed. No, it's way faster. I think we're going to get polished results faster, but I also think there's going to be a lot of slop as well, as there already is. I think I'm going to record the next video covering the slop that's been rising on the Twitter timelines. I think the Twitter algorithm is absolutely fucked right now. And I think there's a huge rise of grifters and paid content and just like shitty content in general. And we can talk about how to filter that out.